What's up fam, it's your girl Sarah the Instrumentalist. Today I'm gonna show you how I set up my live stream as a music producer. So if you're a music producer and you've been looking to go live, I got you. So number one is my music production setup. My music production setup is set up traditionally. Right here is a MacBook Pro. In order for me to hear my instruments audio, my microphone's audio, I'm using an audio interface, actually two of them. I have the Neumann MT48. That has my Shure SMB microphone connected directly to it. It also has a few instruments plugged up to it, my headphones so I can hear myself. On the back, there is a connection called ADAT. That connection goes from my Neumann MT48 to my Scarlett 18 I-20. This essentially extends my Neumann MT48 to have more inputs. So this allows me to plug up more instruments so I can hear these keyboards, my SP404, my MPC. All that audio is going into these audio interfaces. One thing that I do differently from most streamers, because I'm a music producer, on my SP404 I have a bunch of my songs already preloaded, some sound effects. I use the SP404 for background music, and I also have the audio from my MPC going into the SP404, and then that audio is going into my audio interface. So essentially, like I said, I can hear everything going into my audio interface. I can monitor it with my headphones. On my Neumann MT48, there's two outputs, a set that's for my speakers, and then there's two more for 1/4 inch connection. So I take these two 1/4 inch outputs, that goes into something called a video card. This video card allows me to hear the audio that's coming from my computer onto my streaming computer. This video card also allows me to see my screen that's on my computer. So this video card is by Elgato. I take a dual 1/4 inch cable, and on the other side is a 3.55 millimeter that goes directly into the video card. Like I said, that's how I get my audio from everything that's coming out my audio interface into my live stream. So I plug that directly into the video card. There is a USB-C to HDMI cable going from my music production computer that's going into this video card. And then the other connection that's on the video card goes directly into my streaming computer. That's how I get the audio from all my instruments, my microphone, onto my live stream. And like I said, this also allows me to see the video that's on my computer onto my live stream computer. And that's right, I have a second computer just for live streaming, just for production as far as content, filming, because my computer already uses a lot of CPU just for music production, and I don't want to tie it down trying to live stream on my music production computer. So here is my live stream computer. It's another MacBook Pro. To make my live stream very interesting, I have multiple cameras. Usually I have a camera right here. It's my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's actually the camera that I'm shooting this on, but usually this camera is right here and it's facing me. So that's one camera. My second camera, which was an iPhone, which is actually super convenient to use. So if you have an old iPhone that you want to plug directly to your streaming computer, it automatically works. But I did have some inconsistencies with it. So I went ahead and purchased a second Osmo Pocket 3. It's right there. This can give me another side view, or I use it as my back camera so you can kind of see a whole view of my studio as I'm live streaming. The cool thing about the Osmos or the iPhone, all you need is a direct connection to the computer. You do not need a video card. Plus the Osmos can track my head so I can move when I'm just making beats. Yeah! You know, so I really enjoy that feature. My third camera that I have is actually the Sony a6400. It's my overhead camera. It allows you to see whatever's on my table. This camera does require another video card. So I have another Elgato video card, but it doesn't have the audio feature. It's more affordable. It just gives you video. So essentially here on this camera, there's an HDMI cable that's going directly into the video card. Then that video card goes into my live stream computer so I can see what's here on this camera. This camera also has a dummy battery in order for it to stay on so I don't have to worry about charging it. Both of my computers, my MacBook Pro for production and for content creation, has this thing called a CAL digit. This essentially allows me to have multiple USB, USB-C, SD card slots, Ethernet connection to this computer. So I'm not just limited to the ports that are here. So on the back of this, I have my Osmos Pocket 3 connected to this, both of them. And a quick tip, what I've learned to get the best connection with the Sony camera, I have to plug the video card directly to the computer. And the video card that I use for the screen that's on my computer is also connected directly to my computer. What I've learned is if it's connected to this CAL digit, the video cards, I may receive some type of lagging. So a quick tip for those that are actually having some issues. So here in my production Mac, the first thing I do when I turn my computer on to live stream, I first open up the app called Game Capture HD. This gives me a preview of my Sony overhead camera. As you can see, it gives me indication that the audio is working as well. Here on the right side, there's a drop-down window. I can actually check to see if my cam link is working or my Game Capture HD60. These are my video cards. So as you can see, I can see a preview of my music production desktop, and I can see the Sony overhead cameras before I open up OBS. And then I open up OBS. OBS is how I live stream and record content. I have my OBS set up to where I have a landscape view and a vertical view, so I can record in landscape and in vertical if I want to. The vertical option is using a plugin that I downloaded. Here on the bottom, you have my scenes. Scenes are what you're gonna view on your screen. Another cool thing that I use is called a stream deck. This is how I control my scenes. So if I want to see my introduction, I hit that button and it corresponds with OBS. The app that controls or allows you to customize this is called Stream Deck. Essentially, you could have it blank, come over here, you select a button, you can title it, and then you can choose the scene that you want it to control. It's automatically connected to my OBS. So the scenes that I currently have, I have introduction, which is the starting soon screen, a nice introduction to microwave beats. I even have a DistroKid sponsor button, a button that shows my Patreons, or a scene that shows my Patreons. This button shows you my front-facing camera, but it's not plugged in because I'm currently using it. If I hit table, it goes to my table view. This shows you my production computer screen. If my front-facing camera was on, you would see my face right here. If I hit my back camera, there's my Osmos Pocket 3 that's located right there. I usually have it behind me during my live stream so you can see a full view of my live stream. But essentially I have my scenes like this. I have a vertical side for vertical scenes, so that controls this window here. I got all my broadcasting and recording settings and streaming settings right here. So this video is not gonna go over fully all the settings on OBS, but I'll show you two things. Under Tools, you can hit Auto Configure Wizard. That is going to help you configure the correct settings for your computer in OBS for live stream. I have tried to watch different videos on which settings are the right ones for my computer in live streaming. I even tried to use ChatGPT, which is a really good resource if you're trying to figure out the right settings for your OBS. But ever since I hit Auto Configure Wizard, it actually has worked. So a few plugins that I use on my OBS, I have an automatic scene switcher. Shout out to Curtis King for showing me this. So some of the advanced plugins on my OBS, one being the vertical scene option. I can record in vertical, there's a record button, I can stream in vertical. Another one is called Advanced Scene Switcher. So if I want these scenes to switch automatically without me actually having to press this, I have that set up. But I'm gonna go to my OBS preferences and show you guys all of my settings. So if you wanna screenshot it, so here's my general, my appearance, stream, connected directly to YouTube. These are my output settings, my audio settings, video settings, hotkeys, accessibility, and advanced. I have a love-hate relationship with OBS because half the time it doesn't work, but when it does work, it's great. I can use it for live streaming, broadcasts on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Restream, which allows me to do multiple streams in multiple platforms. But also, I really love that I can now just simply record in OBS. So I have the ability to do my YouTube videos, my master classes using OBS. But I'm still learning every single week I'm updating my live stream setup. You can definitely check out the video where I give you a full tour of my studio. It's a list of all of my gear, but I wanted to break down how I use the equipment for my live streaming and for content creation. If you find this video helpful, make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell. Drop in the comments if you have any questions. There are tons of videos that have helped me along the way, and I'll try to put those videos in the description. But shout outs to music producers that are looking to do live streaming this year. And just shout outs to all live streamers, because doing all of this is a passion project. It is for the love, because it's very expensive when it comes to the cameras, the video card, the cables, the computers, the software, understanding the software, having so many glitches, things not working out before a stream, during the stream, and just willing to actually get better every time. I see you guys doing your live streams. You have inspired me. Till next time, peace.